Hey everybody, it's Silver Boss. This video is kind of long overdue, and I wanted to take an opportunity to show you the zombies and how I go about building these guys and what my plans are to make them even cooler. Now, you may have seen a whole bunch of these for sale around Halloween. In fact, you can buy a bunch of this kind of stuff right now. It's these little skulls. And the smaller the skull, the smaller the zombie can be. Now, this guy's skull I bought last year. I picked it up at a Dollar Tree. And if I remember correctly, it wasn't that expensive. You might have paid $2 for it. I know I bought a whole bunch of them. But this one is going to be on my female zombie. And this was, I believe, $5. It was a pirate, the kind that just had the arms and the big old long ghost, like black shroud. And you were supposed to hang them in a tree. Well, that was cool, but I have a better idea. I'm using it to make this new zombie. I'm kind of walk you through the ideas. Now, these guys are animatronic, and they do have little skeletal hands. The hands are actually being held in place with some Loctite expansion foam. So I gotta put his back on, but I'll bring him over here. So this is the first little guy, and he's wearing little kids' clothes. He's got little kids' tennis shoes on, and his legs can be straightened up so you can make him stand. Or, in my case, I'm going to have him sitting down, so we'll just fold his legs down. This way he can sit. Now, right now, he's set up to where his head moves left and right. So I'll go ahead and plug him in so you can see that. I got an on-off switch. So his head will turn so far, and then he'll turn his head the other direction. Now, the motors I'm using here are the little reindeer motors. You see he's already stopped and turning his head back the other way. It's got, you buy the kit, comes with 3 motors, 3 cords, the wiring and stuff. I'm going to stop his head right there. But as you see, he moves. But I have a way to make him even better. And I'm going to show you how you can do this for very cheap. I went over to Family Dollar, and for, I think these were $5 a piece. If you look at the photos, they turn. But they also have on the back, we've got some cool things in here that we want to take out. 1, we have a battery pack with an on-off switch. 2, we have a motion sensor. And 3, we have an audio speaker. Now, the lights are supposed to be in the eyes. But with this one, they're not quite set right. I'll show you this one where it lights up better. You can see the werewolf guy, normal guy, werewolf. Well, if we turn him on, now the lights here are actually right behind the eyes. So I'm going to shut this off. Okay. So if we take out all these little screws that hold the backing on, there are 6 little screws. So once we take those off, we'll be able to take the components out of the inside, and we're going to use them. Now I'm going to cut a hole in this top of this skull and remove a big section. That's going to let me tap holes in the eyes, and we'll take the lighting from here and we'll put the lights inside the skeleton's eyes. Then I'll make a little hole down here underneath the jaw, and I'll put the speaker there for the audio. And the piece that I cut off of here, I will attach the battery pack. You know what? I might even just go ahead and put it back here. And I'll attach the battery pack on the inside with the on-off switch. Then I'll replace the cap, the skull cap that I cut off. Now I'm not worried about that showing too much because I have a wig for this zombie. And once the wig is on the head, it'll cover it all up anyway. So we'll have this nice long hair with the skull. Now you might be wondering, well, what about the motion detector? You didn't say what you're going to do with that. Bear with me. In order to make it motion sensitive, this is the female one I'm working on. And there's so much stuff to do here. I haven't even done all that, but I'll show you. The motor sits on this T-joint. This is made from PVC pipe. The motor sits on the T-joint, and I've got a screw coming off of the body piece. You can see that screw. There you go. And then you see the 2 tall screws sitting next to it. Well, what will happen is this one is going to move at the waist, and it'll move left and right. Now, I've left some pieces here to show you. This is how I make the joint. I put an elbow piece on. I put another pipe into it. I added another elbow and another pipe. This is going to be the hands. Okay? And it attaches to a T-joint in the top of the body. And the other arm's already attached. Okay? So we pull the sleeve up here, and I'll show you how this works. We simply press it on, and then move it to where we want it, and pull the sleeve back down. And just like that, there's 2 arms on there. And the cool thing is from right here that we can position them where we want. We can lower them down. We can raise them up. We can do what we want to until we figure out where we want them to be. We can have them way up if we want. I'm going to have them bring them down about to a middle of the body kind of range. Now, the other guy, I've already put the pool noodle foam on him, and it beefed up his body, which we're going to do with this one as well. You can buy these big old long pool noodles. I bought these at Family Dollar. They were $4 a piece because I bought the bigger ones that they have. And the hole in the center here fits over PVC that I'm using perfectly. So what I'll do is I'll cut sections of this down and use it to cover the PVC on the body. And then I'll trim it so that I can put some muscular details on there, and with the heat gun I can heat it up and smooth it out, just like I did with the other zombie right there. So it's a lot of work, but it's inexpensive. This zombie right here, I mean, I made that one, and I'll have this one done before you know it. And total cost to me, including the price of these is around $50 to make both zombies, so $25 per zombie. And if you were in the store and you bought a zombie similar to this, it's even without the animatronics, you're going to spend almost $40, if not more, just to buy one, and that's without it doing anything. So something like this, where the head's going to move, the motion activated, so that when people get closer to it, the eyes light up and it screams. Well, you're going to be looking at like $100 for a zombie like that on the low end. But for $50, I can build two of them. So, sounds like a pretty good deal to me. If I take these pants off of here, I'll show you how the PVC works. And to hide the cords, I just ran the cords down through the pants, so you don't see the wiring when it's together. But there's the wire from the motor. The motor has this blue wire attached. There's two prongs. And the kit comes with a small attachment and the plug. And the plug has a switch on it, so with that, you got everything you need. But yeah, so what we do is we take this stuff. I got my razor. And we just take a look and see how long we need it to be. And I'm going to go up to about where the bend is on this elbow joint. And then I'm going to leave a few inches shy because I want to put the feet on here. So I'll take this and I'll just take my razor and I'll cut it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just a decent cut. Pop that off, and then it slides on over the leg. And just like that. Here, I'll even take this leg off.